Vice President Kamala Harris got roasted for her appearance during this Black Entertainment Television BET Awards on Sunday night, just days after the Donald Trump versus Joe Biden CNN debate. In a pre-recorded script, Harris was seen having a video call with Taraji P. Henson, the host of the BET event. Now, during this call, Taraji P. Henson expressed her concerns about the upcoming presidential election between President Joe Biden and former President Donald Trump. Taraji P. Henson highlighted some very serious issues as women's reproductive rights, the Supreme Court, and basic freedoms being at risk. She asked Harris about what she has been hearing during her travels across the country.
Time for us to play chess, not checkers. It's about making decisions that will affect us as human beings, our careers, our next generations to come. Did you know that it is now a crime to be homeless? Pay attention. It's not a secret. Look it up. They are attacking our most vulnerable citizens. The Project 2025 plan is not a game. Look it up.
Kamala Harris responded to Taraji P. Henson by saying, "Yeah, girl, I'm out here in these streets, and let me tell you, you right, Taraji. There is so much stake in this movement. The majority of us believe in freedom and equality, but these extremists, as they say, they not like us." Basically referencing a very popular song by Kendrick Lamar, Not Like Us. There's this whole diss track going on between Kendrick Lamar. And so this particular song gained a lot of attention recently as it's a diss track where Kendrick Lamar is accusing fellow rapper Drake of inappropriate behavior. By the way, if you haven't already, guys, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and I want to thank y'all so much as always for sharing these videos. It really does help out the channel a ton. Really do appreciate the support, you guys. But in her comments, Kamala Harris emphasized that Republicans are attacking fundamental freedoms. She mentioned several issues such as freedom to vote, the freedom to love who you love, safety from gun violence, and women's rights to make decisions about their own bodies without government interference.
Madam VP, I know you've been traveling across the country. What are you hearing?
Yeah, girl, I'm out here in these streets. And let me tell you, you're right, Taraji. There is so much at stake in this moment. The majority of us believe in freedom and equality. But these extremists, as they say, they not like us.
They not.
Vice President Kamala Harris quoted a Kendrick Lamar rap song in her pitch to black voters at last night's BET Awards. They're just not like us. David Webb is the host of the David Webb Show, and he joins me now. David, she is out there on the streets, she said.
Now, this Kendrick Lamar rap song, obviously, this is this song got a lot of traction because it's a diss track, you know, and basically Kendrick Lamar and Drake, they're going at it back and forth. But this was Kamala Harris's attempt at showing that she's cool because she made a reference to the diss track that's pretty popular right now.
It's me now. David, she is out there on the streets, she said. Listen, this can't hurt, but will it help?
She in these streets, yo.
Okay, cringeworthy, not genuine. Remember when she talked about
so
Jamaicans?
Maybe it can't hurt.
Remember when she talked about Jamaicans because she's Jamaican of Jamaica, and you know she intonated that they all smoke pot. It's the same kind of moment. It's that Hillary moment. No matter what, it's not genuine. It's fake. Look, it's okay to quote a rap song. It's okay to quote a rock song. It's okay to quote something from a great song, but to do it badly and to look this fake, that takes a special kind of lack of skill.
Very staged.
Is she like 2% Jamaican?
There's so much energy around this conversation of Joe Biden dropping out of the presidential race. But then you have Deputy Campaign Manager Rob Flaherty. He sent out an email to supporters and said, if Joe Biden goes, it will create so much chaos within the Democratic Party. It would be even worse, paraphrasing here, than if he stayed in. I think he brings up a good point.
Well, I happen to agree. Oh, my God, no, let's not have that. Look, the 25th Amendment calls are ridiculous. And here's why. Strategy. Joe Biden drops out in any way. The committee's still running the White House and the Biden administration when Kamala steps in that scenario. So what do we actually get? Instead, we have a weakened and addled candidate that Donald Trump is up against as the presumptive nominee for the Republicans. That means we have a weakened candidate to beat in the general election. So think strategically. You know, a lot of people like the sound of their voice, whether they're pundits, consultants, or politicians.
Yeah.
And frankly, in this one, go for the weakened opponent.
Taraji P. Henson, she added that they out here trying to take away Pride, Plan B, and Planned Parenthood, but protecting pistols, if you ask me, they pushing the wrong P's. Now, I gotta ask you guys, what do you think about this, guys? Look at the direction of our country. Kamala Harris agreed and responded, quote, "They want to turn back the clock on our hard-fought progress," end quote. But right now, there are 24 sitting judges in New York County, and Judge Juan Merchan is an acting judge. He ain't even on the list. They're reassigning cases randomly, so it's statistically impossible that this judge was assigned to the Trump Organization case, the hush money case, and the Steve Bannon case.
I mean, there's no coincidences here. The fact that Judge Merchan has had all of these cases, and by the way, when he finishes with the Donald Trump case, Steve Bannon is next. Out of all the judges in New York County, somehow they keep on coming up with the same judge. Coincidence?
I don't think so.
I don't believe in them.
Well, you heard it, guys. Now, Manhattan District Attorney Alvin Bragg, he has indicated that he does not oppose former President Donald Trump's request to delay his sentencing. This decision is now in the hands of Judge Juan Merchan, who has to approve this delay. Donald Trump recently made a request to overturn the verdict in the case of New York versus Donald Trump and to postpone his sentencing, which was scheduled for July 11th. Now, this request came right after the U.S. Supreme Court issued a ruling concerning presidential immunity. In a 6-3 decision, the Supreme Court ruled that the former president has substantial immunity for official acts committed while in office. Now, this is big news for Donald Trump, guys. As a result, the Trump case against Donald Trump was narrowed and sent back to the court to determine the remaining aspects of special counsel Jack Smith's indictment. Alvin Bragg, on the other hand, he initially charged Donald Trump last year. After a 6-week trial last month, a jury found that Donald Trump was quote unquote guilty on all 34 counts of falsifying business records in the first degree. Most people already assumed that Donald Trump was going to be found guilty, given the fact that he was being tried in New York, where 90% of voters in New York voted against Donald Trump anyway. So it really wasn't fair to begin with. Anyway, Donald Trump had pleaded not guilty to all these charges. But Monday night, Donald Trump sent a letter to Judge Juan Merchan requesting permission to file a motion to vacate the jury's verdict and to delay the sentencing. In New York, before filing such a motion, both the defense and prosecution must seek permission from the judge. In response to Donald Trump's request, DA Alvin Bragg, he wrote to Judge Juan Merchan acknowledging the receipt of Donald Trump's pre-motion letter dated July 1st, 2024. Now, Bragg noted that Donald Trump is seeking leave to file a motion to set aside the verdict based on the Supreme Court's recent decision. Donald Trump requested until July 10th, 2024, one day before his sentencing is scheduled, to submit a memorandum of law supporting his motion. And so now, at this point, it's really up to Judge Juan Merchan to decide whether to grant Donald Trump's request for a delay in sentencing. I mean, this is big, guys. By the way, if you haven't already, guys, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. And I want to thank y'all so much, as always, for sharing these videos. It really does help out the channel a ton. Really do appreciate the support, you guys.